welcome to Ollie's Garage. Today I'm going to be showing you the last step of changing your timing belt, which is going to be to just fine-tune the injection pump timing. For this procedure, you're going to need a computer and one of these Rostec VCDS cables. If you don't have one of these already and you have a Volkswagen, I highly recommend them. They're not that expensive. You can buy one that's locked to a couple of ends, and then you can do all kinds of troubleshooting and diagnosis that you cannot do with any other tool on the market. In the Volkswagens before the TDIs, with this Bosch VE pump, what you used to do is use a dial indicator back here to set the injection pump timing. Now that we went to this electronically controlled pump, you just read it with that computer. To do that, we need to go inside and plug in our cable. We're at the driver's side here of the vehicle, and if you look underneath it, right there, you can make out that purple OBD2 plug. That is where you need to plug in your cable. The cable gets plugged in with that LED light pointing up. Don't try to do it blind from the seat. Get down, plug it in. Otherwise, you're gonna break the plug or the cable, and you don't wanna do that. That's ridiculous. Don't be lazy. Just do it the right way. Now be careful when you get in so that you don't smoke this cable with your foot. Inside the vehicle, we're gonna start it up. I have VCDS fired up here. If this is the first time you're connecting your cable, you gotta go to options here. Then you gotta hit test. There we go. Port status okay, hit okay. Then you gotta hit save. Now you're ready to go to test. You only need to do that the first time when you connect it. Engine. It's gonna register here, it's gonna communicate, and this should start populating green. We're gonna go to basic settings. Just hit go right here. Then TDI timing will pop up right down here, click on that. Please select engine, so let's select our engine here. So this is going to be the ALH engine. Less than 0499 or greater than 0599. We're greater than 0599. This is a 2003. Click on it right there. Alrighty, here you've got three lines. The green one is your advanced limit, the red one is your retarded limit, and then the blue one is right on the dot. So what you want to see is this thing right here. So as you can see, mine is pretty much on the dot right now. The general recommendation for where to set this timing is right at the blue line. And if you have to err in any direction, err just ever so slightly towards the green, which is what mine's at right now. So, however, I want to show you a video on how to adjust this. So if you do your timing belt and your timing is way up here, that means it is very advanced. If it is very advanced, I'll show you what adjustments to make, and if it's retarded, it's the exact opposite. So let's jump into the engine bay. One thing to note, as you are reading this timing, it is normal for that cable to blink. That's what you want to see. And it is also normal for the glow plug light to blink. And the other thing you'll notice is as soon as you went into this setting, your engine might start running a little bit differently because it stops ignoring a lot of the sensor values and it just goes in this basic timing mode. The first thing that we need to do is we need to remove this timing belt cover. So there are 4 clips, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one is way down there. So these are really easy to get to. The first 3 are, that is. Just pop that one off like that. Pop that one off like that. This 3rd one right here, just get your finger in there, pop that one off. And now you've got the 4th one down there. I'll show you that with the camera. All right, so we're gonna sneak around the back here. Bear with me for a second. You can see it right there where that arrow is. So the easiest way to get that off is actually just with a long screwdriver. Just come on down. There you go, just like that. Those are the 4 clips. All you have to do is pull this out ever so slightly, and then you just gotta wiggle it up. It helps if you pull back on this hose a little bit. Don't jerk on it, just kind of wiggle on it, pull just ever so slightly. It will come out, it's just a little challenging. If you pull too hard, you're gonna break tabs. If you look at this cover, you can see right here, you have to pull it out so that these 3 disconnect, and these on this side disconnect. But it's hard to because it also slides in with these tabs. So you just kind of wiggle on it. So again, you just have to undo these 1, 2, 3 clips and then pull it a little bit out and then up. It really isn't that hard. Just wiggle, don't yank on anything. This is just brittle plastic. With that cover off, it now exposes the timing belt, and what we're looking for is right here, this socket. This is that injection pump socket, and there are 3 bolts holding on that socket. And then we have to make an adjustment ever so slightly on that big main nut. Those 3 silver bolts are going to be 13 millimeters, and the main one is a 22 millimeter. It is a little hard to get to these, but if you just use a small ratchet, that usually works. All right, there's one back there that I can't get to, and for that I'm just going to use this offset wrench. These things work super well too. With those 3 bolts loose, you're going to take a 22 millimeter and put it on that main nut right here. With the wrench on the nut, all that you need to do, if your timing is too advanced, that means it is way above that blue line, all that you're going to do is ever so slightly nudge this backwards. Just make some pressure. The rule of thumb is if you really see this wrench move, you did too much, so just a little bit of pressure. If the timing is too retarded, so it is beneath that blue line, what you're going to do is you're going to pull this wrench towards the front of the vehicle. Again, just ever so slight pressure on there. Once you've done that, you need to come back in here and we need to tighten all these 3 bolts again. My timing was already correct, so I didn't make any adjustments because I don't want to mess with it again. It takes you about 3 to 4 times to get it right. So just be ready for that. You're going to be doing this 3 or 4 times. You're going to get good at making all the adjustments. We can snug these up again. Remember, the torque for these things is going to be 18 foot-pounds or 15 Newton meters. With all 3 bolts torqued again, let's go inside and check the timing again. Got to X out of this again. Probably gonna have to go out of all this. Have no response from the controller because we turned off the car. That makes sense. All right, we're gonna go back to engine. It's taking a second. That makes sense. Basic settings, go. When I click go, that's when it starts running a little bit differently. You can hear the turbo change a little bit. You can hear the engine run a little bit differently. That's because it goes into its timing mode. There's probably a more formal term for that, but that's what I call it. All right, TDI timing, please select engine. Same thing, greater than 0599. And again, this is where you want to see. If you are too advanced, that wrench needs to get pushed towards the back of the car. If you are too retarded, that wrench needs to be pulled towards the front of the bumper when you put that 22 millimeter on. So like I said, it's going to take you a few times to get it, but right about here is where you want to see it. That's pretty much spot on the money right there. That's why I didn't make any adjustments, because I already had gone through this procedure 3 or 4 times to get it there. You can see the light blinking down there and the glow plug light on, and then watch, as soon as I close out of this, it's going to stop. Done, go back. Runs differently again, notably differently. The glow plug light stops blinking. Close controller. That light stops blinking because it's not reading from the engine anymore. There we go. And if you have any codes, you can come in and clear those here and all that stuff. It's a very, very, very nice tool. We're done with the repair, so now just carefully unplug the cable. You don't need to look when you're doing that. Turn off the vehicle. Before we start reinstalling the cover, there's one thing that you need to check. Look all the way down here and make sure that that 4th clip right down there is nice and pushed away. If it gets pushed up into it too far, it'll interfere with your cover when you're trying to install it. Here's another shot of that. You can see it's nice and far away. I already torqued those 3 injection pump bolts, so now we just got to put this cover back in. So these 3 tabs have to slide in the bottom there. It's really hard to show, but I'll try to show it. So you have these alternating tabs right there. They have to slide into this metal piece right there. So this metal piece that's here and goes all the way over there, that's where those plastic tabs have to slide into. So I'm going to show you how I do this again. Don't force anything. It's gonna go. You just have to be slow with it. Also, don't lose these clips. If you lose one of these clips into your timing belt, well, you can be in big trouble and you'll be doing a second timing belt job and also getting your head fixed. So I hold on to these 2 clips with my hand just as a technique as I'm getting it in there. Sometimes they like to come off. So kind of just slide it in at this angle. Pull a little bit back on your intercooler hose right there. We're close, but if you see, if I just were to just jam this on, it's not sitting quite right. Here's another view. See how it's not sitting right? This tab isn't fully seated right there, so something's wrong. So don't just attach it. You can also see this big gap right there. A lot of people would just attach it. When I look at some of these TDIs and you look at the picture of the engine bay, or just, I know people that have them, their timing cover is never on correct. Don't be that guy. So just take your time. I'll show you how to fix it. So I'm gonna show you guys what the issue is right now with this timing belt cover. Super easy to fix. So it's coming in here. Okay, that right there is that timing belt cover, the plastic on the top and the metal on the bottom. See how that one plastic tab is sitting on the outside? That needs to sit on the inside like that. That front's the first spot where no one gets it right. And then back here's the second spot where people don't get it right. So I was struggling for a second. I couldn't quite get it to seat here perfectly. Now it's perfect. See that? It snaps closed like it's designed to. So what you need to do, make sure you kind of keep this clip up right here. I'll show you what that second spot is. So follow me in on the camera here. We're gonna sneak down behind this intercooler pipe. All right, right here. You can see those little plastic clips. Oftentimes when you just slide this in, those clips also aren't right. So what you have to get is that those clips right here on the outside of that timing belt cover. See that you've got the inside big lip and then those clips on the outside. That's how they need to be right there. Now you can put these 4 tabs back. So snap one in like that. Snap 2 in. Snap 3 in. And now this last one's a pain. It's all the way back here like when we took it off. And to install that 4th clip that's down there, honestly I just slide my hand back and push it in. So it's gonna be hard to get that on camera, but I just fish my hand down there and just push it back in. As you can see, it's installed right there. Fine-tuning the timing with the computer is a critical step in making sure that you installed your timing belt correctly. Hope you learned something in the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.